Hello again, YouTube. What's up with my camera? Truth Man here. Channel is No Matrix, No Simp and All Subjects channel. We got a content by request. Charisma 808 wants me to break down Psalm 41. He helping y'all tremendously by supporting the channel for these content by request, and he been doing it for a while now. We go through things, and it's like a lot of people are too demonic or too selfish to understand. Women will question your manhood. Men expect you to just act like nothing's going on, and they think they being masculine by doing that. No, you being feminine by doing that in some ways, but you also acting like you a dog or some type of animal with the inability to reason and understand your situations. So, but even a dog understands. But it's less humane, what I'm trying to say, for you not to understand that you gonna have emotions as a man. You are. You think you a man by hiding your emotion? What you hiding it for? So Psalm 41, we're gonna break this thing down. As usual, we're coming from the Message Bible. The Message Bible. You know, the worst thing you could do, or I could do, when we going through something, whether it's financial or physical, because what the devil will do, let's say you gamble, and you a believer though, which you can, trust me, man, these people don't understand. And just because your grandmother was a solid person, don't mean she ever understood everything in that Bible. That's why you have prophets. You know, the prophets are there. The Most High don't need to go to everybody. He'll go to these people, and then they go to the church. But the problem is the church rejected. Been doing it since the beginning. And they'll kill you if they could. So the word goes unknown, and you got dudes all that performing. Nobody learning. But Psalm 41, let's go. It says, dignify those who are down on their luck. You'll feel good. That's what God does. God looks after all, makes us robust with life. No. When you have scriptures like this and you're not seeing it, it's okay to bring it to them. It's okay. Just don't be disrespectful with it. It's okay for you to say things like, I'm reading about this. I need to see this on my behalf. Because like I was saying, if you got money problems, you'll see people around you that's less spiritual than you, less connected towards God than you, less love for him than you, getting what you been praying for, getting what you need. But you got to fight through that, because the devil is the enemy. The devil will beg God all night to keep you down, knowing the devil knows the saints. The devil makes war with the saints. We talked about this. If you don't want the devil to make war with you, just accept defeat, go to hell, and just live your life. But if you want eternal peace, if you want eternal power, if you want eternal healing, some of y'all got problems in your body right now. Then you gotta keep in this faith. You gotta endure to the end. Because trust me, ain't nothing gonna be wrong with your back in heaven. Ain't nothing gonna be wrong with your feet in heaven. Ain't nothing gonna be wrong with your kids. Y'all listening to these people who don't know the word. Oh, well, they parents wasn't saved, but he autistic. So he can't think for himself, or she can't think for herself being autistic. And you actually believe that if the parents is lost, the Most High gonna just, the person that didn't ask to be here, a person that can't think for themselves, do you really believe that the Most High gonna cast them down? You need to read a little more. You say, but it say what Jezebel did. You need to read a little more. You know how I know you need to read a little more? Because I needed to read a little more when I first read it. You need to read a little more carefully. Like stillbirth. Okay, so let me get this straight. I'm finna show you. I'm finna show you the logic, lack thereof in that. 304 unsaved has sex with a Pookie unsaved. She gets pregnant. Pookie dumps her and she aborts the baby. You think the Most High gonna torture the baby forever? No. That baby is gonna grow up in heaven. That y'all don't know him if y'all believe. See, this is why I don't rely on other people's salvation. I hope you say, but I can't bank on it. Because I've seen people up, down. They some stuff don't get done. They lose houses, lose cars. So now they've been at 304. They gave up on God. Now they on heroin. They gave up on God. No. Don't rely on nobody else's salvation. Get in there and get to know him for yourself. If you gotta move away from everybody you know, if you ain't around nothing but thugs, criminals, atheists, drug addicts, if you gotta go somewhere completely different where nobody knows you, do it. Do it. Don't go down with them. Don't lose your soul with them. So back to it, it says, God looks after us all. It is written, God looks after us all. You say to him, it's written right here. It says you look after us all. So that means you look after me. Makes us robust with life. I'm just looking at a comment somebody just sent. Lucky to be in the land. We're free from enemies' worries. When we're sick and in bed, God becomes our nurse, nurses us back to health. See, we do have to be like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, though. Because they knew the word, but look at the situation they was in. So while you believe in this here, and while you quoting this here and bringing it back to them, it is written, when we're sick and bad, God becomes our nurse, nurses us back to health. I ask you to fulfill this word on my behalf. I said, God be gracious, put me together again. My sin have torn me to pieces. My enemies are wishing the worst for me. They make bets on what day I will die. If someone comes to see me, he mouths empty platitudes, all while gathering gossip about me to entertain the street corner crowd. Oh man, I love the Message Bible. These friends who hate me whisper slanders all over town. They form committees to plan misery for me. The rumor goes out he's got some dirty, deadly disease. The doctors have given up on him. They do talk like that now, don't they? They do talk like that. That's why it says, cursed is the man that trusts in men. Because men will talk behind your back. Women will talk behind your back. They'll think they better than you. The whole time masquerading as your friend where they think they better than you, and they saying stuff like, I'm glad I'm not him. But if they name it in the book and yours is, they should want to leave you. Because this is just the pass-through version of our eternity and our eternal life. We just down here for a moment, in a minute. We don't know when our day gonna come. That's why we gotta focus more on that day. And less on what these people think of us, less on marriage. Let me tell you. Guys, the worst thing, one of the worst things you could do is be down because you're single. Because you could have one of these crazy women out here. And you could have to take care of her or else. You could have you done married her, she done switched up on you. And now if you leave her, these courts gonna try to make you miserable. So don't ever look down on not having a girlfriend, not having a wife. Trust me when I tell you, man, a lot of dudes right now is going through it. Focus on the Most High. Focus on getting your money. Focus on your health. Focus on amusing yourself. Watch something funny. Stop flying on my mouth. I was just eating some fish. So, going back to verses 8 and 9, it says, the rumor goes out he's got some dirty, deadly disease. The doctors have given up on him. Even my best friend, the one I always told everything, he ate meals at my house all the time, has bitten my hand. That happens. But again, remember the scripture told us, don't trust in man. Like even, you know how I say and I coin recreational use only? When it come to your friends, it's the same thing. Recreational use only until proven to be more than that. Until somebody proves that they your friend, looking out for you somehow, whether it be a word, a hug, a pat on the back, some money, place to stay, a ride. See, what I'm noticing about a lot of these cats nowadays, half of them, y'all act scared of anything emotional. Y'all scared to make friends with somebody. Y'all so guarded. Man, I look at it like this. I stay strapped. So if you pull something, I can flip over here, get in protective gear, protecting my life in a moment's notice. And then we done for it. We done. Like, I'm not the type of guy that can't fight somebody that you consider a friend. If they hit me or they pull some stuff, I can fight them or shoot them. I can go over here. I can go over here. I'm a Libra. I'm the scales. The scales is up and down. So, he was talking about his best friend. His best friend talking behind his back and stuff like that. That's who he thinks is his best friend. If he was really his best friend, he wouldn't be doing it. Like, not in that sense. Like, sometimes you can't help but say stuff about people. But a best friend ain't gonna be talking about somebody like he, right here. He's got some dirty, deadly disease. If your friend is sick, that ain't how you should be thinking. Verse 10, God gives grace. God give grace. Get me up on my feet. I'll show them a thing or two. He did it for Samson. Why wouldn't he do it for you? Look, man, Samson, I use the example of Samson all the time. And we're going to talk about this hypocrite thing too. Because most people don't even know what that means. They sit around and they judge you for keeping it real. Like most of these people, they not going to reward you for being real. They're going to hold it against you. Oh, he be doing this. He be doing that. And don't get in no argument with them because they're going to throw it right back up to you. Okay, you throwing this up to me like you don't do it, or you throwing this up to me like you some perfect being or something. See, people think that they're going to get rewarded for trying not to be religious or spiritual. You claim you believe and you try not to be religious or spiritual, you're a hypocrite. You are the hypocrite. Not the guy that keep it real. You. When people, look, this is how you do it. Anybody that's a believer out here, I'm going to show you something. I'm your prophet. I'm going to show you. When somebody try to judge something that you do, say, eat, watch, you got to know how to approach that situation. You got to know how to come back at a person who behaves in such a way. They say, well, you ain't supposed to be doing that. You say this right here. What you supposed to be doing? Are you trying to go to hell? Do you believe in God? Yeah, I'm believing God. But, no, ain't no but. Ain't no but. If that, look, you say you believe in God. If that's how you want to do, that's how you think somebody's supposed to be, then why ain't you doing it? You trying to go to hell? You trying to burn in the lake of fire? See, people be accepting the devil by default and they don't even know it. So they take on her characteristics. Remember, accusing the brother day and night. Oh, you ain't supposed to be drinking this. You ain't supposed to be doing that. You ain't supposed to be watching that. I'm watching it. And the Most High see me. But let me ask you something. You claim to believe too. So a person who believes and approaches and makes their way towards God, compared to a person who says they believe, but everything about them says they don't. They don't pray. They don't read the Bible. They steal. They ain't nobody perfect, but look, it's the consistency of your action. What's the consistency of your actions? You damn sure ain't no, excuse my language, no prophet. See, I don't be wanting to do people like that. Like, I learned a long time ago, just let these people do their thing. But people be trying to tell me how this thing go. And that's a problem. Man, you ain't supposed to be gambling. Says who? Where it say that? I'll wait for you to twist something. Look, man, if I can't take money with me, right? Look, this how it works. And I'm finna start teaching y'all more because people been asking me. So this how it works. Sin is the breaking of the law. So in every category, what you do is not a sin unless you break a law or a commandment. Y'all know we talk about the 12. You got the 10, you got the greatest 2. Love him with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul, all your strength. Love your neighbor as yourself. The 10. Then you got the rest of the law, which you have to put it line upon line. You can't pull this right here from this book of the law and then something else says contrary. You got to figure out what it's saying as a whole. So you can't say, oh, see it say right here, you can't eat shrimp, you can't eat pork. But it says in Genesis 9:4 that you can eat all things. Y'all see how that works? So when it comes to your money, when it comes to what you look at, when it comes to anything, this is what they was trying to do to the Messiah. They were saying, why do your disciples eat with unwashed hands? All type of stuff. And he's like, there is nothing from the outside that by entering in can defile a man. So what he's really saying is the stuff that you see here, all that, it's not going to defile you until you act on it. And he's also saying that when you see something, when you choose to look at something, that you have to go upon what's been revealed. So if I watch a horror movie, me watching a horror movie ain't gonna defile me. But if I go out and do what I saw on that movie, now I'm defiled. Y'all need to focus more, and I need to focus more on stuff like keeping the Sabbath and honoring our parents. And again, honoring your parents don't mean you give them all your money. What if they're on drugs? That means that the way you conduct yourself is making people give them credit. You honor your parents with how you live your life. But what that means is, it's like they brought you in the world, and you rewarding them for bringing you in the world in some way, shape, or form. That's how that works. But you let people tell it, if your mama or your daddy is on drugs, they think you're supposed to drop everything and chase them around the city. And if you refuse to, oh man, he claimed he's so religious. Accuser of the brethren, there it is. Y'all see it? He claimed he's so religious. There you go. Being like Satan. You need to worry about your salvation. You need to worry about your religion before you worry about somebody else's. And the same thing for me. People are trying to control you with that stuff. You can't control me with nothing. You another human being. Cursed is the man that trusts in man. And I know this. So what I look like letting somebody control me with religion? Oh, you ain't supposed to be having sex. Yes, I am. You think you're going to stop me from doing it? Try to stop me and see what happens. It's still going to happen. Oh, you got a wife, you know, if she doing this, you're supposed to work it out. Man, shut up. Shut up. You shouldn't be teaching nobody if you don't know what you're talking about. That's the problem. Now, you got all these people trying to teach people, and the Most High ain't never taught them. So they making Christianity and religion a burden. Can't do nothing. Can't have no type of fun. When was it ever like that? All we can do is pray. You should pray. You should pray a lot. But when did he say that's all you can do? All pray and no play. Man, please. Hey, listen, keep that and stay out of my face with that. I'm a grown man. Don't think you can talk to me any kind of way because you claiming some type of faith. You supposed to show everybody respect. That's why some of these dudes getting smacked down. You think because you're religious, because you're a Christian, you can come around talking to people any kind of way? The Most High showed me, man, you got to watch how you talk to people. Long time ago. You don't be scared, but it's over the years I've gained more wisdom with it. What they do, it don't affect me. If they come to me to learn, I'm here for them. So let's keep going. Meanwhile, I'm sure you're on my side. This is verse 11 and 12. No victory shouts yet from the enemy camp. You know me inside out. You hold me together. You never fail to stand me tall in your presence so I can look you in the eye. Blessed is God, Israel's God. Always, always, always. Yes, yes, yes. That was Psalm 41. So what is Psalm 41 telling us? If you look at a lot of David, like we did Psalm 91 and now Psalm 41, it's like David is going through some changes physically, mentally. But while he's going through the changes, he's familiar with the Most High and how the Most High does things. So if you notice, he always comes back to praise and to worship and to understanding who the Most High is and not worrying about the situation. He'll start out talking about his situation, talking about his health, and then he'll end up in praise. And the reason why he does this, because he knows that the Most High can do anything and everything and whatever he chooses all at the same time. So there's no need for us to let the devil make war with us and we down and out. Like Elijah was at first, he bounced back. Daniel was in the lion's den. Was that Jeremiah that got smacked backhand and thrown back in the jail cell? John the Baptist got beheaded. But like it's saying in Hebrews chapter 11, many of these, let's go to it. Let's go to it. Matter of fact, I'm going to read it from the King James. In closing. Pages are falling out. This is how you know you've been using your Bible. When pages start falling, you got to tape it back up together. Let's go to this, man. In closing. Man, what's up with this? Okay. It's like this. There it is. There it is. Hebrews 11. People think they can stop me from preaching because I listen to 80s music and rap music and I play a lottery ticket and I'll drink a beer. You can't tell the Most High to use, who to use. That pimp preacher you got that you believe in, that's who you need to be figuring out why you following him. He trying to tell you what to do in your life like you can't think for yourself. But who keeping score on you? Do you. And I'm going to do me. And hey, when you say things to people, you just got to be ready for the responses. That's all. Hebrews chapter 11 says in verse 1, now faith is the substance of things hoped for. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. So it's what you have for the thing that you want to happen. So either you believe God can heal you or you don't. Now I'm finna show you something though. Look at verse 3. Through faith we understand that the worlds were formed by the word of God, so that the things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. Then it talked about all the different things that people accomplish with their faith. So, but I want to go down to verse 13. It said, these all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off and were persuaded of them. See, that's the key word, persuasion. What's your persuasion in every situation, every need, every want? What's your persuasion? Are you persuaded that the Most High can make it somehow work your way? Or are you persuaded that he won't? It says, and were persuaded of them and embraced them and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. Ain't that what David was confessing in Psalm 41? Ain't that what David was confessing in Psalm 91? See, you gotta understand that as long as we here, we gonna be dealing with the devil and her demons and the people who she used against you. Whether it's doing stuff to the food secretly. Uh-oh. Did I say that? Whether it's scams, framing people. Uh-oh. Whatever it is. Just know that you're a stranger and a pilgrim in this earth, and most stuff ain't fair. But if you endure to the end, it's going to work out for you. Because he that endures to the end shall be saved. But everything ain't fair, man. YouTube definitely ain't. I don't want to hear nothing about no algorithm. I know the truth about this. But anyway, there you have it. Psalm 41 breakdown. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos today. I don't know how heavy it's going to be, but there'll be some. Hey, remember, them fake friends and all the rest of them that's making things worse than better, do them like this here.